passenger's baggage. I wonder what secrets it contains.
But I must travel this evening to London. It is of the most importance. My friend, Monsieur Bouff, director of the line, assured me of a room aboard the Calais coach.
I am sorry, monsieur. It is incredible. It is off-season, yet the world elects to travel tonight. Not a single room remains.
Pardon me, messieurs. I'm Antoinette Marceau from the Istanbul office.
Are you quite well, Mademoiselle Marceau? You are flushed and winded.
I'm fine, really. It was something of a chore to catch up to the train.
But the train, it does not move.
Mademoiselle, please tell the gentleman the Calais coach is full.
I work for your friend, Monsieur Bosque.
Ah, of course. And he without doubt has given to you the description most precise.
I would have known you anyway. I have a passion for crime.
You enjoy the study of it, I hope, but not the committing.
Oh, the study, the gathering of clues, the questioning of suspects.
Merely what the Americans call the footwork.
Legwork, I believe, monsieur.
As you say, I prefer the detection that occurs here. The little graces.
My scrapbook contains many accounts of your cases. That mysterious affair at Styles, the death of Roger Ackroyd, the noted businessman, Lord Edgware's murder. But forgive me, I'm rambling.
Can you assist me, mademoiselle?
What is your name?
Pierre Michel, mademoiselle.
I've seen your name on reports. Your record with the company is excellent.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Marceau. I always strive to do my very best for my passengers.
Then strive now, Michel.
Perhaps Monsieur could sit up in the salon car for the beginning of this journey?
Please give Monsieur Poirot room 16.
It is taken, mademoiselle.
But number 16 is always kept in reserve for such emergencies.
Nevertheless, tonight it is occupied by an American gentleman, a Monsieur Hardman.
He does not sound like someone to be trifled with.
We must find a room for Monsieur Poirot.
Mademoiselle, if I could construct an additional compartment, I would.
Let me see your passenger manifest, please.
I have an extra plan of the Calais coach with all the passengers listed. Take it by all means. As you can see, every room is filled.
There are extra beds.
Only two. In Mr. McQueen's room, but he has paid for a single. And Miss Olsen's room, but I hardly think Monsieur Poirot.
No, merci. I would not think of it.
Of course.
That will be enough, Pierre.
It is of the greatest importance that I reach England.
Give Monsieur Poirot my room. I will be quite comfortable in the salon car.
Mademoiselle, Poirot, he will not hear of such a thing.
I insist. I will not compromise the hospitality of the train.
Oh, if I must turn you out, why then you will stay in the room of Miss Olsen. I am sure she will not mind when she learns of your sacrifice.
No, really, it isn't necessary.
No. Poirot has spoken. The matter, it is settled.
I will speak to the lady.
loin of this, leg of that. I am not eating the flesh of the animals.
In America, if it has fur, we either eat it or wear it. As my daughter always says, there's a lot America could teach people in other countries, if they'd only wake up and listen. She says one day you'll be able to go into a restaurant in Istanbul and order a hamburger. What do you think of that?
Why would you want to do such a thing?
Why? Everybody wants a taste of home.
I expect the Turks would agree with you.
Exactly. That's what my daughter says. It's only a matter of time and Turks will love hamburgers.
You will be sufficiently amiable to place in my compartment a bottle of mineral water before I retire this evening.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
For dinner, I shall have chicken cooked without sauces. Also, some boiled fish.
I am very sorry, Your Excellency. There is no chicken or fish on the menu.
Oh. Is he chef for this journey? The German?
Oui, Your Highness. The cooking of Monsieur Klaus is admired all over Europe. It is a good that the train has secured his services.
No doubt. Very well, I will have lamb. Again, without sauces.
You've got to put it over big, whatever you're selling.
Sure, that is what I say all the time. With motor cars, it is no half measures.
This steak is excellent.
The pork is also very nice.
Say, we haven't been introduced.
That is very true. We haven't.
You are not eating.
I haven't much appetite this evening.
How could I be so lucky to have found you?
You found me? Only after I'd chased you across 3 continents.
The statues in the baggage car?
Yes, I saw them loading the crate myself. They were very careful.
Huh, they better be. If it's damaged, I might enjoy owning a railroad. Who knows?
You travel often by train in your profession, mademoiselle?
Yes, I do.
You are a person most fortunate.
I'd rather fly.
Ah, mais non. Not for me are the aeroplanes, with their sudden changes of altitude and the capricious tossing about of the passengers by the weather très mauvais. No.
In business, speed is often more important than comfort.
No, it is more than the comfort. The trains, they lend themselves to the romance and the intrigue. All about us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from one another. And at the end of the 3 days, they part. They go their several ways, never perhaps to see each other again. For a few moments only, the skilled detective has the chance to study his fellow travelers, to watch their little stories unfold beneath the microscope of the trained eye.
Tell me what you see.
You as well, mademoiselle. We will make the little game of it, n'est-ce pas? One must look, one must listen at all times. If you were to listen at the door of any compartment, who knows what you may learn?
That would not be very proper, Monsieur Poirot.
Proper? The student of crime must also be the student of human nature. Oh, what better way to make the study, huh? I will illustrate. Mademoiselle Marceau, you are facing the entire car, whereas Poirot, he sits with his back to most and is only observed upon entering. Start with the table farthest away, the 3 ladies. Tell me about them.
The older woman with the loud voice is American. Even with the length of the car between us, one can tell that.
Well, it is true what you say. And yet, she seems to be a woman quite amiable and without malice.
The younger woman is British from her accent. She seems very capable and down to earth. If we'd been at school together, I believe we would have been friends.
Oui, she has a strong character, that one. Perhaps the strongest among us. But she is a mystery nonetheless.
Why do you say that?
You observed her embrace of the most passionate kind with a proper English gentleman this afternoon?
Yes, I did. Very un-English of both of them.
As you say. And yet now she sits at another table, indifferent to him and his glances.
Lovers quarrel?
What can have happened in so short a time for the lovebirds to fly from the light into the darkness?
One is a Swedish missionary from a school near Gemlik on the Bosporus. She is also very uncomfortable in unfamiliar surroundings and gets lost easily.
That is truly wonderful. How did you arrive at this?
I helped her find the train inside the train station.
Well, it is an important lesson that when you know the facts, why bother with the clues? A good beginning. And what is there to say about the tanned British gentleman?
He has spent much time in the tropics.
Wait, some far-flung corner of the British Empire. India, perhaps?
Military, I would say, from the way he carries himself.
Very good.
He's not as proper as he looks.
For he is so in love, it breaks down all the inhibitions.
They are married, but not to one another.
What did she say to him? Huh? Not now. Not now. When it is behind us, then.
They are waiting for the divorce to be final.
Perhaps. Tanned, military, or posting in Egypt, perhaps, or India. And now the grand lady who sits alone.
I'd say royalty, a princess. Russian, probably.
Oh, no. You will not play the same trick on Poirot twice. Alors, she too you have met?
I did a small service for her earlier today.
She has the very grim exterior, that one, but there is something about her, huh? A twinkle in the eye, perhaps? No. I think she is not quite so much the dragon as she appears. Alors, and across from her sits?
Hildegard Schmidt. Yes, I met her too. Quite unpleasant for a lady's maid. They're usually such mild creatures.
Vraiment. She also has sent her plate back to the chef twice for adjustments. Very particular about the cuisine. It would be nice if the menu was more varied. We march. This large table nearest the kitchen now, with the three gentlemen. What can you see?
The Englishman is very quiet.
He certainly does not share the enthusiasm for conversation of his companions. A superior sort, with a disapproving expression. That suggests nothing to you?
I'm afraid not.
A gentleman's gentleman, as the British would say.
A valet. Yes, I can see him pressing trousers and shining shoes. The American appears to be a commercial traveler of some sort.
Wait, he carried the sample case when he boarded the train. Yet, I wonder. The case, it was quite small. Yet he seems very fit, does he not? The suit of such questionable taste, he can barely contain the muscles.
Can't a commercial traveler be athletic?
C'est possible.
The Italian sells motor cars. He's very enthusiastic about cars in general.
Wait, a salesman to his very soul, I would say. And now, as discreetly as possible, observe the young couple directly behind me.
Her dress is exquisite, very expensive. And the jewels. Ah, she's lovely. The kind of woman a man would marry and lavish gifts upon.
It is very romantic, is it not? And yet I detect the melancholy in your voice, mademoiselle.
I'm sorry. I expect it's jealousy. I grew up in Jucar, a small town near Avignon. My parents wanted me to stay in Jucar and marry well, but I rebelled.
Ah.
Have you never rebelled, Monsieur Poirot?
These days, not so much, I fear. Rebellion, it is for the young.
I went to England too, to university, then out here to Istanbul. I wanted to get as far away from Jucar as I could. I wanted mystery, adventure, romance. I became a clerk. No mystery, no adventure, and certainly no time for romance.
Poirot is not so much the expert on romance. Yet mystery and adventure may be closer than you think.
The man is very handsome, aristocratic. He dresses as an Englishman, but his accent is Hungarian, I think.
Oui, a diplomat, I believe, fiercely in love.
Fiercely?
The man who makes the unwanted advances to his young wife would suffer for it. And now, to the last table, where the older gentleman has been glancing this way throughout dinner.
The younger American man is named Hector something. I like him. He seems very open and pleasant. He's Mr. Ratchet's secretary, I believe, but I don't think he's very happy in the position.
Perhaps an acquaintance worth cultivating for an attractive young lady traveling alone?
Monsieur Poirot, I would never be so forward.
Oh, but it is 1934, mademoiselle. Young ladies are forward. Even those from Juka?
The older man's name is Ratchet, an American. Very coarse and brutish, despite the fine clothes and table manners. He forced his attentions on me in the bazaar today. I think he's been trying to renew the attempt all through dinner. He keeps looking this way.
Most would see the smiling round face with the pink cheeks and the brilliantly white teeth that are false and say, there sits a benevolent personality indeed.
There is no smile in his eyes.
No, there is a dark fever in them. Not a benevolent man, not a nice man at all. And forgive me, mademoiselle, but I do not think that he has been watching you. Poirot is the unfortunate victim of his interest this evening.
Hector, I'm not having dessert.
I thought I might try the...
You go get started on those letters I dictated.
But I...
Yes, sir. I think I have the pleasure of speaking to Monsieur Hercule Poirot.
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
My name's Ratchet. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. It means big money. Big money. I'm a rich man. Rich men have enemies. I have an enemy.
Only one enemy?
Just what do you mean by that?
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, the enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy alone.
I appreciate your point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What matters is my safety. My life has been threatened, Monsieur Poirot. I'm used to taking pretty good care of myself. I'm not the kind of man to be caught napping, but you're the extra insurance.
I regret, monsieur. I cannot oblige you.
Name your price.
I have been very fortunate in my profession, monsieur. I have made enough money to satisfy both my needs and my caprices. I take now only such cases as interest me.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Monsieur Ratchet.
Train company employee! I have checked the baggage car for the supplies I ordered to be delivered here in Belgrade. There is no bacon. I will not make a breakfast tomorrow without the bacon. My reputation is at stake. Find me my bacon or I leave the train here and you can cook all the meals yourself.
Train company employee? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look around. Belgrade. This will be a brief stop to take on supplies, mail, and to add the Athens-Paris coach. There will be few, if any, passengers in this weather.